Hello there and welcome back to our Banished MegaMod 9 playthrough. My name is Vayify and today we're going to start work on our main city. So yes, this is just, I mean it has got quite big. This is the just the sort of village I suppose that will support the main city. So when I say support I just mean food. And I guess tools and things like that, but mainly food. There's one thing that I definitely want to put in here is things like butchers. So they're gonna take the raw food and make it go further, because once I start adding more houses in here, I mean, as you can see, my laborers and builders are quite high at the moment. We'll probably do a death wave at some point, so we will quite possibly lose quite a few. But anyway, definitely putting more houses equals more food. So we've got to sort of take what we've got and expand it. So rather than doing it in this episode, I've just sort of put some extra farms in. Those of you that pay close attention will be like, wait a minute, a lot has changed, especially here. I have done some work off camera. We have a actual village hall, Brian standing proud of place right outside, because I thought it was about time we put a little one for here. I've put a wall around the church and we've moved our dairy cows over here and our sheep over here as well, and I'm going to put in here the dairy stuff to make cheese and milk. And the foresters are completely gone, and I've used I think it's over here, yes, I've used this thing. It's one of Red Ketchup's things, a forest center, and you can add other buildings like a hunter in here, and I thought it's kind of interesting, so I thought I'd give it a go and see how it goes. At the moment there is a lot of stone and iron that's probably in their way, but yeah, we'll just keep an eye on that. And this area, I'll zoom out because it's probably the best way to look at it. This is sort of what I've ended up with. As you can see, there's a lot of people moving back and forth here. And these fisheries, I think we're doing about 1,000 fish, give or take. Yeah, well, at 1,215. But I've just added an extra fisher in each of the buildings, so potentially that's going to be more. So just coming over to this area quickly, we're currently, I think, purely making firewood. I don't know how we are for lumber, but at some point we may need to switch that over. The sand pit has been going away. We've just recently put in, wow, clay pit doesn't actually produce a lot. Let's chuck an extra person in there. I was about to say, let's start the build, and I just saw these people coming along. You know what I'm going to do with those guys straight away. Actually, it's not that many. It's not too bad, but we're not going to keep them. So, the first thing I sort of want to do is think about the wall that we're going to put around here. So I want a bit of a buffer. I don't know how big. Let's have a... Christ, we've got loads and loads of space. I just love watching these guys work when you've got so many. Oh, we've just died of old age. I don't think I've killed someone in a while. In fact, that may be the last episode that I killed someone. I'm going to say intentionally. I don't... Oh, here we go. People are starting to die. We probably are due a death wave at some point, because I placed a lot of houses in quick succession, which can generally only mean one thing. Hopefully they build the city wall entrance here. It's a shame you can't use a double entrance with this wall, and I did look through. There is some other walls, but I kind of like this one the best. So it's just unfortunate that when you sort of look at this, it lines up over a wall, but not a double, which is quite frustrating. And the only one that sort of sits in the middle is this, which, I mean, I could probably put that in front of this one if I wanted to. In fact, no, I couldn't. That's the way it sits. Oh, it's so frustrating. But it is what it is. I'm pretty sure, there it is. So we're just waiting for the resources to be put here. And to be fair, most of the stuff is going to be there. How on earth bricks and furnace fuel ended up right here? I don't know. Maybe someone can help me here. Is there some way of sort of dealing with where they store things? So if bricks are here, we'll scroll all the way over here. Bricks are made here. Why are they storing them over there? Why has somebody dropped them there? That's probably the better question. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Okay, while these guys build this, I have a question for you. Would you like to see a canal in this city? It's going to be fairly big, so we could definitely incorporate one. But I'm sort of on the fence about it. I'm not too sure if I want to put one in or not. The first thing we're going to do here, we're going to need lots more stone. How are we doing for stone? We've got a little bit. Let me just... I'm not going to keep using this one. I'm just using it now just to sort of give myself a bit of a reference. There we go. I don't think we're going to have enough houses over here. That's the other problem. So just thinking about the stone situation, we're at 1,000. I know I can go and scrape some more off the surface over by where we're building, but what I might do is upgrade this because I'm pretty sure we've got the candles. So we'll get that done while I think about it, because I am going to forget. We have set up the 2 farms here, the real farms this time, and I think we're going to go for that really lovely road. What is that? That's an interesting pattern. Where is it? It's in one of these. I saw it not so long ago. So I'm going to assume we're going to have some buildings here. So what I might do is just bring it in, let's say somewhere here, which gives me a little bit of space to do any kind of decoration. Yeah, I think I've used this one before actually. It does look rather familiar. We have like a dead end one as well. Yeah, so we'll drop a couple of these. These take only stone. Interesting. For some reason I thought they would take brick. And while we're doing this, we may as well put a turn in here, because we're probably going to go up there at some point. I'm sort of winging this right now, but I'm definitely going to change it up. So I mentioned about butchers and things like that. We may start putting them in here. I think that'd be a good idea. Start processing some of this food, which means we're going to need some kind of food storage in here. Now, there's so many options of things that could blend in within this sort of town area. But I mean, would you have a barn in the middle of a city? I don't know. But I think there's sort of things we can do. So I've had a look through all the different butchery buildings, and the ones that I like are the ones by DS. So we have beef, mutton and venison. Now we're definitely getting all 3 of those, so that's absolutely perfect. I've got to bear in mind we can smoke fish as well, so there is that. But I like the model. It just looks really good. And I think my sort of thoughts, and I think I mentioned this earlier, is the town isn't going to be all of the same building, because towns and cities develop over time. Like where I live in London at the moment, they're building a lot of apartments and they're all using the same colour brick. They're all slightly different styles, but they're all the same. But in another 10 years, if they do something again, they're all going to be made probably from a different brick. You know, maybe a plastic, who knows. They tend to put plastic coving on most things these days, but you can just tell the difference from the new and the old. So I kind of going to keep that in mind. I may offset this slightly just so I can add some decorations. Maybe there. What's this going to take? Stone, iron, wood. Boom. And I will put, so this is beef, I will put the mutton one in as well later on. Just having a look through the bakeries, I really love this. This is so nice. It's very old style compared to that. I'm tempted to use it, but let's just have we'll have a look through together. That's one I've already clicked on. Now this one sort of works. It's a shame there isn't any other models. What else do we have there? That's a bit too small for this. Now that one's interesting. I kind of like that. And that looks like a corner building. Who's it made by? It doesn't say. It sort of looks like it would butt up right next to this one here. Let's just check this. Oh, wow, that's a little bit too big. These just different brick styles. Yes, they are. See, again, that's a corner one. I wonder, that's red ketchup. I'm really interested to know who made that one, because I do like the look of the set. It's really frustrating that I can't see. Can't remember what that one looked like now either, to be fair. Let's have a quick... Is it the similar... It is a similar style. We'll come back to that one, I think. I've just seen this market barbecue, and a part of me wants to sort of stick it right next door to this butcher's. I don't know why. It just... In my head, it seems like a good idea. I don't think we'll do it, but there's just so many options in here. It's oh my goodness, you can't put that in here. We've got so many things to choose from. Okay, so now this is built. They do look very similar in model, don't they? They're not like 100% the same, but they definitely have a sort of same look and feel. But the only problem is, I mean, I could put it there, but it looks a bit odd. I think it's definitely going to have to go on a corner, like, oh, rotate that around, say on this side. So we'll do some space here. This is going to go wrong. I can see me moving this later. Maybe I should put something else here. No, too late. It's done. It's in. Okay, so what else would we need in here? Furniture makers. There's all sorts of things we can go with. I don't want to go absolutely nuts. We definitely need a proper tailor. That is something else. What are you? A village shoemaker. Interesting. Now, I've just got to remember. See, that is definitely... That's the same set as this, isn't it? I wonder whose it is. If anyone has any insight, please let me know, because it's going to bug me. Bedding maker. Now, I know I don't have everything to do these. I'm just going to put them in place. And wait a minute. There was different things here, wasn't there? Yeah. What's happened there? Being burned in the forge. Yikes, what a way to go. That's absolutely horrendous. We have a shoemaker. Okay, so red ketchup's definitely got a lot of things going on here. That would sort of suit this, but I want to mix it up because it'd be very easy. Again, you see, that is, I'm pretty sure, the same style building as that. I know I digress a lot here. Okay, so we have our village tailor up and running. I've gone for wool coats because I know we've got quite a bit of it. Although I could go for warm coats. Actually, let's go for that because I'm guessing they're going to last a little bit longer. One thing we definitely need to work on here is flour. So we're going to have to do that. I can't use the bakery currently just because of that reason. Ooh, killed by a cave-in. That's not good. And the butcher. Wow. They're working away quite quickly there. Let's chuck another butcher in there as well. And we've also put a general warehouse in here, and one here for grains, obviously for when that happens. I'm guessing flour will be classed as grains. We'll soon find out. But I'm trying to keep these buildings similar looking, and I'm going to do the same here. I'm tempted to put some houses on this side as well, which I will do in a second. I just want to have a quick check. Scroll all the way across it. Aha, the mine is done. To upgrade it again, what is that? 80 watt. It looks like a candle, but it's not quite a candle. Is that the one that's going to need blubber or something? I can't remember. I have no clue whatsoever. We'll get there. We've got plenty of milk. Could definitely do with a dairy, get some cheese and milk going. Okay, so houses. Do I go with... Well, I'm not going to go with standard. But there's so many options here. I mean... These look really English. Now, these ones I've used before, so I'm going to try not to. I mean, what's red ketchup offerings other than the ones we've already used? Yeah, they're not going to fit, well, at least in the style that I want. Do you know what? I think... Well, these are probably DS, but these sort of look similar. When you look at these buildings here, well, these are definitely DS. But these ones just have a very, very similar look and feel. I'm sort of tempted to maybe use these houses just because it's a similar area. This is going to slightly stand out in comparison, but I think we may get away with these. What else do we have in here? Is this like boarding houses? It is. We don't want a boarding house. Celtic homes. Yeah, that's not going to work. I think. Yeah, so these are village homes, aren't they? Large village town. It's because they got the thatched roof. It's really unfortunate. Just looking through the houses, I sort of feel like I'm limited with a certain look. I mean, I guess sort of the period that they are going to look the same, but it's a little bit frustrating because I want to do something slightly different. That is a nice just building by itself. Okay, I'm really struggling to find houses that I think will fit this. So we have actually gone back to the colonial charter stuff, which is not something I wanted to do, but no, hey ho, it is what it is. That won't fit there, unfortunately, because of the way it is. What is this? A corner area. So I've definitely used this stuff before. I remember doing it now. But to be fair, like there's different bricks on these, so we can sort of like change it around a little bit and just see what sort of fits. I know I'm tempted to use these ones because I like the red bricks, but I think we may go with these. It's just that stony sort of look. In a way, I do want it to be sort of random. In fact, what I probably should do is some road here, thinking about it. I don't want it to look too uniform, which is something I tend to go for. It's just making it all look the same because it just feels right. Okay, I've dropped a couple of houses in here, but I see I need fancy homewares. I'm not too sure how to make those, so this is going to be a little bit of a learning experience here. I feel like that is a colonial charter thing. Let me have a nosy through. It's going to be one of these. In fact, we can do this by colonial blah blah blah. Easy to say, isn't it? Colonial charter. It's going to be in one of these things, isn't it? Saw pit. Well, it probably isn't that one. What have we got in here? Glass works. I was about to say copper, but that's a cooper, isn't it? Yes. Ropery, joiner. Why do I feel like it's a joiner? Is that the only building? That's a really sort of Random looking building. Okay, let's drop this in here. I'm probably going to have to remodel this entire area at some point. How are we doing for firewood? That's logs. Okay, we got quite a bit. Maybe we need lumber. Let me check. Production, inventory, by name. That makes the life a little bit easier. He says. I'll probably scroll straight past L. Okay, we've got 660. That's not a massive amount, but I think... Did I switch one yet? No. It may make sense to have one of them just sort of topping that up. We're definitely getting bricks. Not that we've used them yet. And that building also needs lumber. In fact, I'm going to prioritize that because those houses will never get built otherwise. So we've done that. Wee, scrolling across here. At least I can see where they are. Oh, have I put a corner house in there? Or is that just the way the building is? There is a question. Okay, so general warehouse, new grain warehouse, nothing. We're also going to need some markets over here as well. What is that? Reserve of stone is low. Yeah, that's not surprising. Okay, there's a way of fixing that because there's plenty around. It's also winter. Ah, these guys are not keeping up. We're losing food. I mean, we've got a lot of food. I mean, me doing that probably doesn't help the situation. Yeah, we've definitely not got enough people. In fact, what's the limit? Oh, the limit's reached. That's probably why. Let's chuck that to 40,000. No, that... Oh, there it all goes. I could probably switch. I don't think I have any grains, do I? So I probably can't. Let's have a look in here. Cotton. Rye. Switch that one to rye for next season and see what that processes into. Oof. I'm guessing that could be turned into flour, so we can pretty much do any of these. I don't know which one is the best, but I don't really want to make hardtack. So we'll leave that closed until that point, but we've clearly got food. What is going on here? You're cold. You're a beekeeper. You've been evicted from your house by the looks of it. They're having a little bit of a change around, it seems. Okay, so I wasn't going to do this. I wasn't going to put them right next to each other, but I think I'm going to. Maybe just split them up with something. Maybe a barn, like a meat locker or something along those lines. Storage barns. Those specialized ones. Small, specialized. What have we got here? Meat locker. In fact, it even looks sort of similar. Now, I could cozy it up there and leave a little bit of a gap. Or do I put it this way? Oh, I hate having to make such decisions. We'll put it that way. And then if we took another one of those in, which is under here, I'm getting my way around the menus again. It's starting to come back to me. We'll put mutton in because we've definitely got plenty of that. So we'll leave... Yeah, we'll make it like a small alleyway through there. I think that'll work. I'm looking forward to doing all the decoration on this. I may do it in parts, so rather than doing just a time lapse like at the beginning of the video like I did last time, I may just do this little bit in a time lapse and then go back to normal gameplay and then do this, you know, and this little bit in time lapse, and just to keep things flowing. I don't know if that'll work or not, but we can definitely give it a go. There's so much food processing though. It's like trying to thinking to myself, what on earth do I need to put in here? But there is so many options for stuff, and at least some stuff is coming in here now. Cucumbers. Is this barn full? No. You see, I don't understand the logic. There's literally a fruit and veg barn with cellar there. Not good at thinking, unless there's something wrong with that building. Yeah, all these are vegetables. Why are they not using it? It's really, really random. I just don't get this game sometimes. It does confuse me. Though it doesn't take much to confuse me, to be fair. Okay, let's do a mill. Is this going to have to be a water one? Because the overseer won't be happy if I do anything other than that. Do you know what? We may put it there. I'm guessing that's going to be fine. It should be, but definitely going to need lumber as well. A grinder. Okay, that's just a small building, that's fair enough. And a bakery we've already got, so we don't need that. We are going to need a well over here. Because it takes water, right? Yes. Though we probably... Now the problem is with water, it's classed as food, so... I may just put like a dummy well in here. That may make sense. We could also... We've got schools. There's probably going to be schools that would fit in as well. Let's have a see. Yeah, I mean, well, the walls are pretty much bog standard, but maybe it's just stuff like these. There's the baker, because they definitely need it. So let's just drop one of those outside it. It makes sense. We've got hospitals. Again, we don't need a hospital. Is that in this style? It's because so many of them look very similar. It is a massive building though. That's definitely going to have to go in a corner somewhere. What have we got in here? Town buildings. Oh, I forgot about this stuff. Library, that doesn't work. What the heck? A globe. Massive. A courthouse, we definitely have to put that in at some point. Governor's office. Oh, yes. Yes. Definitely need that. The old courthouse as well. Cape Town Clock Tower. Thank goodness that's bright. Barbershop. You see, at some point, I think, is this red ketchup? I think it is, or it's at least similar to red ketchup stuff. I may need to do like a little district of those style of buildings, just to make it all sort of work. What do we got here? Theatre. Yeah, because again, now this is definitely red ketchup, so we may have to do stuff like that. Okay, so I'm going with this this candle maker here. I kind of like it. It's different, but similar. I'm just going to be doing lots of random stuff. I guess once it's in, you can kind of fine-tune it afterwards, just to make it sort of really look right. Okay, we have the joiner in, but they don't make the fancy homewares. So I'm a little bit confused. Is it going to be this? No. Why do I feel like it's a building called the Packer or something like that? It could well be. What do we have here? Wow, lots of food. But we're sort of fine for food. Lime seeds, lettuce seeds. Honeydew. I mean, there is some things we could probably buy in there, but we don't need it. So let's get rid of that. I need to figure that one out. So with glass, I've just switched that back on because, you know, idiot me didn't have it switched on. Put 2 people in there. Okay, that's taking... I wish I knew what the conversion rate was. But obviously it's taking whatever it's got and it is turning it into more, so hopefully... But it's definitely producing more. It definitely is, 100%. And I've just realised where I've put this road in, I don't know if I have a house that will actually fit in there. Let's have a quick check and see. I mean, there is a smaller version, although it wouldn't be a corner house. But it doesn't need to be a corner house, does it? No. Only because I don't want to move everything. I think some of these are different heights as well, aren't they? Yeah. We go with that. It's fine. Not a problem. I mean, it's a shame that's not a little bit wider. That could have gone over the road. But if we do the same sort of thing on this side, again, it can be a slightly bigger house. Yeah, it does look like a narrow sort of road. What on earth has it done here? Hopefully that doesn't butcher my my road too much. And this doesn't look too bad either. I think I put 2 of these down by mistake. But that does look okay. I don't know how that goes when it comes to building, but I think these are ghosted objects. The only thing is they're slightly raised, so it could mess around with some of the things. But I'm really... The fancy homeware thing is sort of bugging me a little bit. It's definitely a colonial charter thing, I'm pretty sure. I say definitely. Reserve of stone is low. These guys are working hard. I'm probably going to need another one, aren't I? Wait, that can actually take more people. They're not producing a lot, but I suppose it's not awful, but yeah. So refined resources, tools and forge, construction. It's got to be one of these, isn't it? Building supplier, homework. Christ, this is literally a building. Name the thing that I need. Oh, God's sake. There's no helping me, is there? There literally isn't. We're in serious trouble here. There we go. We'll stick that in there as well. I think I've asked so many questions in this one that I don't feel like I've made huge amounts of progress. I've just been asking question after question after question. But I fulfilled my promise. We've made a start on the town. Not got very far. I think I may scribble down on a piece of paper like sort of what I want to put in certain places. So I think that will definitely help. But on that note, until next time, as always, take care.